I will click on xescoli. Sorry for mispronouncing. Let's see what he's up to. I'll play 1d4, getting some more whites. I promise I'm not going to sacrifice a piece in this game or do anything enterprising whatsoever. What I will do though is abort if he doesn't make a move in the next 30 seconds because we gotta keep this train wreck going. Come on, xescoli, are you there? Make a move. I'll study the chat in between. JV Ferreira is claiming I didn't play him. Oh no, there he is. He played 1d4, d5, sorry. Here we go again. I'll play c4, which is one of the reasons that d4 is a better move to me than e4, because after e4, e5, f4 is not a good move. But after d4, d5, c4 is a pretty good move. In my attempts to play as dull as possible after the shocks of the last two games, I'll play this line with knight of 3, e3, which is very solid. Plays bishop g4, one of the main moves next to bishop f5. And this is not much for white. The thing he normally hopes to do is grab the two bishops and then somehow turn them into an advantage, but it's a very, very solid line for black, which I've actually played myself with the black pieces quite a bit. Knight to c3, knight bd7, bishop d3 or bishop d2. I think I'll go bishop d2. I thought that was a bit more flexible when black has a choice between bishop b4 and bishop to d6. One reason I think it's more flexible is that after bishop d6 there are setups with g4 or cd5 followed by g4 and long castles when you don't need the bishop on d3 yet. But as advocated, I will be playing extremely boringly. Nah, I gotta play g4. I think it's the correct move. That was wrong. I should not give in to these instincts. However, g4, well, it's become a mainstream move in many openings. The main idea is just to push this knight away from f6 by going g5. The castles, I think I will go g5 and h4. Not so much trying to start a devious attack, whatever, to start an attack, but more to gain space and influence in the center because his knight has been pushed back. Could go knight d6, and I'd probably go c5, closing the position and then follow up with bishop d3. I think g4 is the correct way to play this position. However, it does not lead to my favorite boring positions, which would have been bishop d3 followed by castles. f5, this is probably a good move. I feel morally obliged to take it, which opens the position, so it means I'm going to have to think more, but it feels consistent. Just opening some files on the king's side and trying to get to his king. Not quite sure where to put my queen after rook takes f6, h3 or g2, both come to mind. Takes with a bishop, which is sensible as well. Now I'll go to h3, g4, maybe g4. Yeah, I'll go to g4. Just stepping out of the f-file and attacking his e6 pawn. And g4 looks like a better move than queen h3 because here I was hoping I could play the move bishop h3, at least developing with tempo and attacking this pawn once again. He's not willing to part with it though, which is understandable. Knight c7, cd5 is probably not a good move. Probably I should just have castled queenside without that exchange. Now it's easier for him to create some counterplay on the c-file. Got a castle anyway. Now I want to go king b1 just to avoid any nastiness there. He can take the h4 pawn if he so pleases, but I don't think it's that scary. And I have a tactic with knight takes d5 in the position, which hopefully first of all he's gonna miss, and secondly is gonna be good for me. Now he just covered it with knight b6. And yeah, black is doing alright here. I'll start worrying about not getting checkmated again. I hate it when that happens. That's why I should have played more boringly, as I said. Knight e2, knight will come to c4, and I'll make one fake active move, knight f4, and pray there's nothing happening here yet. Position is a bit scary. All my pieces are jumping around on the king's side. I should probably go bishop c1, then I was concerned about queen b4, and then something like rook to d3, trying to stabilize here. I'm not quite sure I like my chances here, gotta be honest with you, because knight f4 doesn't do all that much. It attacks the e6 pawn, but who cares at the end of the day if it's about my king? So yeah, some terrible games. Rook to e8. I think I'll play bishop c1. It's of course a very chickenish move, but I need some defensive lines here. Queen b4, rook d3. Queen b4 was threatening a check on a3, which I can't allow. Scary though. Knight b5 is coming. Ugh. Did I make an active move at all in my last 3 games? I sacrificed a piece, but that didn't work out well either. And here I'm just trying to survive. Plays a5. It looks a bit slow. Maybe I can use that to make an active move myself for once. I'll play knight h5, threatening knight takes f6, and get something going here on the king side. And it's time to stop being so overly pessimistic and praise myself for my fantastic attacking skills or something. Rook f8, I'll play rook g1, he's going to play g6, when I have to think about a way to use my fantastic attacking skills to make something happen. Could just go knight to f4 back, planning knight takes g6. Plays knight e8 instead, but that's losing a lot of material, right? Yeah, now I can grab stuff, which is something I'm much better at than having to attack. So queen e6 followed by queen takes c8. Good game. xescoli, I wasn't very happy with my position, but a5 was a little slow, it seems to me.
Until recently, chess was like this. Chess24 brought you this. Live interactive broadcasts from top tournaments with computer analysis and video commentary by the likes of Jan Gustafsson, Lawrence Trent and Peter Svidler. A play zone where you can take on opponents from all around the world 24/7. Interactive beginners courses ensuring you pick up the basics fast while having fun. A tactics trainer to sharpen your chess by solving puzzles adapted to your level. Hundreds of interactive videos letting you watch and learn from star players such as Vishy Anand, Peter Svidler, Paco Vallejo and Hu Yifan. You've given up on that outdated computer? That's why there are more reasons to use Chess24 on mobiles and tablets. Full playzone access, including pre-move. A tactics trainer so you can stay sharp wherever you are. Computer opponents you can challenge even when you're not online. Live broadcasts of top chess events. And the half? It's free. Well, that's half true. Most features are free, but limited for registered members. For a mere €99 per year, however, you can step up to premium membership and gain unlimited access to our video library. That and much more. See you at chess24.com.